Hey guys, welcome back to P&W Guitar, and today we are talking about some really weird celebrity rider requests. If you're uninformed or new to this topic, a rider is basically a list of demands that an artist might have to play at a show or a venue, and they could be anything from basic food requests and things to make them comfortable to some of the things that we're going to discuss on this list, some of them to be kind of incredibly ridiculous. The first one we're going to talk about here is actually one of the most well-known ones, at least as far as I know. This is the Van Halen legendary no brown M&M rule. And that might sound like a really odd request in the beginning, but when you look at the reason as to why these guys did it, it was some old school dad, we're making sure you're doing your homework type of shit, and I can kind of respect that. In this case, basically what they did is they had a long list of demands, and inside of that was some demands that were specific to keeping them safe. So it was like stage safety, things of that matter. They had a very technical show for the time being. So within all the technical specifications of what they had in their rider, they also included that the person setting this up must only have brown M&Ms. And the idea was that if they caught this minor detail in this list of very complicated instructions, that clearly they were paying attention. So kind of smooth on their part, if I'm being totally honest. Another one here who is not someone whose music I listen to very much, but who I do definitely respect, Iggy Pop from the Stooges. Now his, as much as Van Halen's was all about safety and kind of making sure these guys were paying attention, Iggy Pop was just taking the piss out of these guys and basically said, if I'm going to be able to be a big enough star to have a rider, I'm going to ask for ridiculous shit and see if they give it to me. So in this case, he asked for, among other things, 7 dwarves dressed up as the Disney Snow White characters, a copy of USA Today with a story about morbidly obese people in it, strange and oddly specific, very specific. And I guess this kind of inspired the next people on our list, who would be the Foo Fighters. Now, I don't have a list of their pictures here, but I do know off the top of my head, if I remember correctly, that they requested a jar of jalapenos with the stems removed and a tin of Altoids breath mints. That is it. Just to be silly. You gotta love Dave Grohl. That is always. It seems exactly like something that he would ask for, so I kind of appreciate that. Another one here, Katy Perry. So this one is less about what she asked for and more about what she asked them not to have. In this case, she said that she can absolutely have no carnations, a very specific flower. However, she did want to have white and purple hydrangeas, pink and white roses, and peonies. I don't know where the hate for the carnations came from. Maybe she had a bad experience at some point in her life, or she's allergic. I don't know. But very, very specific once again. Kanye West, I think, is a name that you would expect to see on a list like this of really, really weird requests. So in this case, he said he wanted boozy slushy machines. So frozen Hennessy and Coke and frozen Grey Goose and lemonade. First off, to me, those don't even sound good, but weird, weird, weird request. Outside of that, I've also got a note here that he often requests a barber's chair, Versace towels, and cylindrical vases with white roses in them. Doesn't surprise me one little bit. Kanye is out of his mind. I'm going to skip past Steve Aoki because I want to come down here to Mariah Carey. You'd think that hers would be dull according to this, but the official document apparently has things like having drapes around the perimeter of every single room, which I'm sure looks cool, but seems like a lot of effort for the sake of just having kind of a specific ambiance. And what else do we have here from Mariah Carey? Cristal champagne, bendy straws, and a custom-made couch, because I guess when you're packing that much ass, you gotta have a custom couch to drop it into. I don't know. I might end up cutting that. Next, here we have the Queen of Pop, Madonna. You would think that her list would be pretty ridiculous, and you'd be right. In this case, it says she asked for 20 international phone lines to be set up in her dressing room. And this is actually apparently fairly recently. This wasn't like in the 80s. This is more of a modern list. Why you'd need 20 international phone lines, I don't know. Maybe, once again, she's just fucking around. No idea. She said that she wanted white and pink roses, and the stems had to be cut to exactly 6 inches in length. And also, you know, among other rock star shit, like having her entire entourage looked after. I think there was a couple other things on this list here. Let's see. Oh, a brand new toilet seat for every single venue that she goes to. To be honest, if I was a rock star, I think that it's exactly what I would ask for because toilet seats in public places are gross, and I can totally appreciate that. Outside of that, a sterilization team to clean the dressing room before her arrival. So, based on those last two things, I think Madonna might be a little bit of a germaphobe. You know what? In this case, might be totally reasonable. Now, this is one of the funniest ones ever. This one here is about Mick Jagger, and according to this article, he requested that he must have a 36-meter long, fully air conditioned running track so that he could exercise and be comfortable. And I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass this was to be set up. I don't know if this was at a festival, but it sounds like it was, yeah. Each act was allocated an acre of land backstage for friends and family, and the Stones wanted an air conditioned running track. What more could you say? The Rolling Stones have always been absurd, and this just tops off the list, in my opinion. Now, some other ones we're going to look at here. Where did it go? I'm sure Cher and Madonna are very interesting. We've got Van Halen there again. Let me jump to it. I know who I'm looking for here. Okay, so we're going to get all the way to Beyonce. Now, if Kanye West is insane, I think Beyonce's list is maybe more reasonable, but also even more specific. In this case, she said she wanted one large table for catered dressing with white tablecloths, so fancy. Dressing room had to be exactly 78 degrees. Fair enough. 4 brand new white towels in the bathroom, 2 face and 2 body towels. Baked chicken legs with a lot of seasoning on them. Heavily seasoned. Steamed garlic broccoli, lightly seasoned green beans, steamed spinach. And she can only have Pepsi products around her because of her sponsorship deal, so she can have absolutely no Coca-Cola products anywhere around her. Business is business, but, you know, that might be a bit of a pain in the ass for the staff on site, I'd have to think. Aquafina water. Bad choice. Aquafina sucks. One hot tea setup. Please have new coffee pot. Once again, specific, but fine. Sliced lemon wedges. I dig that. Candles. Rose-scented candles and a lighter for those candles, along with a CD player who still uses CDs. Apparently Beyonce. Let's see, who else do we have on our list here? I believe we have Katy Perry on there. We've already taken care of her. Justin Bieber. So apparently his requests in the beginning were fairly benign. You know, he's a really young guy. He was probably just asking for snack foods and like all the shit that his mom wouldn't let him have at home. But in recent years, he's gotten a little bit more bougie. So he wants 10 luxury sedans, a massage table. The sedans are obviously for his homies. A massage table and a private jet on standby for any of his travel desires. So I've got to think when Justin Bieber comes off stage, he's like, guys, jump in the sedans. We're going to go to my private jet and then we're going to fly to Paris. Right? Like, what other reason would he have to have these kinds of things? God only knows. Christina Aguilera, she really hates traffic. Who doesn't? I mean, that's totally reasonable. So she asks for police escorts to and from the venue. Under no circumstances are the vehicle allowed to be encountered in any way due to traffic delays. I mean, to be fair, if you're selling out a really big show, like I'm sure that she is, traffic might be a major pain in your ass and something you wouldn't like. Now, I'm going to hop back to Bieber here for a quick second, because it says here, his rider included requests not only for the massage table, but also ping pong table, massage table, a jacuzzi. And those are based on some reports and rumors over the years. But if I had to be honest, it wouldn't be that surprising for somebody to ask for something like that. And Justin Bieber definitely seems like a jacuzzi kind of guy. So I think that's going to be it for today, guys. These are some of the funniest rider requests that I could source. If you've heard of any other really funny ones, please let me know. I'm always dying to hear about the ridiculous shit that celebrities ask for. And, you know, to be fair, if any of us was in their position and you had the option to ask for anything you wanted, these might actually be fairly benign and kind of relatively reasonable requests. So that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys have a good one. This is PNW Guitar. I will catch you guys later. And until next week, peace.